Okay, I'm doing this video because YouTube definitely needs one for those people that got the same problem. 2007 Chevy Uplander, and the problem with these vehicles is that when you hit the unlock works. When you hit the lock, the doors don't lock. Don't waste your time checking the fuse, looking for a fuse. The problem isn't the fuse. It's a 10 amp fuse, passenger side of the dash for lock and unlock. And if it unlocks, then the fuse is good. If it doesn't lock, the problem is in the BCM, a faulty defective relay on the circuit board. And instead of spending $500 to repair GM's problem, I decided I'm going to fix it myself by putting in another relay, an aftermarket $6 relay, to basically duplicate the faulty one that GM has got on their circuit board. And if you're mechanically and electronically inclined, you can fix this yourself too. Take you a couple hours. So just a little basic rundown of how any power door lock system works in any vehicle from the beginning of time till the present. You have a door lock actuator, and this one's got 2 wires. Some vehicles have 3, but this one's got 2 wires and 2 relays. And years ago they used to use these heavy duty, bigger, better quality relays. Now they use little microscopic ones soldered on the circuit board. So what the purpose of the relays is for is to allow these 2 motor wires to switch polarity from negatives at rest to switching one to a positive to kick the motor one way, and then switching the other one to a positive to pull the motor the other way to either lock or unlock the doors. So you need 2 relays, and what the relays do is they allow both of these wires to read negative at all times. And basically, for the door lock motor to move one way or the other, it's waiting for one of these wires to switch to a positive. And then you'll have a positive and negative. It'll kick one way, and then it reverses the other way. So basically, voltage reversal is what the relays do. So to get started on this job, you need to get right underneath the dash, and there's a couple of clips here. You'll pop that one out, and then come over here with a panel popper, take that one out, and then you remove this, get it out of your way. So you got to take these 3 out right here. 1, 2, and the third one's here for the 7 mil. And then I just went under here gently, pried it, both sides, and then come off. And then you got access to go in here, and the BCM that you need to deal with is right up in there. And it's a bugger. There's 2 10 mil bolts up on the top to take out. And you got to use a 1/4 inch ratchet with a long extension, a 10 millimeter socket. 2 there, and 1 right here in the front is a 7 mil to take that out. I also took this side cover off here. You just pull it out, slide it out. It's got clips just to let some more light in on the situation. So on the BCM wiring harness, you're going to locate the gray motor wire for the door lock actuator. You're going to locate it, and it's going to be a wire that switches to positive when you lock the door. And you're going to cut it, and you're going to take the blue wire here, and you're going to number 30, and you're going to solder that to the door side of the wire. And then you're going to take the yellow wire, which is 87A, and you're going to hook it up to the BCM side of that gray wire that you cut. And then the normal circuit through this relay will remain as is. All you've done is cut the wires, and you've run them through the relay, and through the relay it makes the same contact. And then you use this green wire here, which will be terminal 86 as a trigger wire, negative trigger wire to the circuit board. And the red and the black you are going to solder together and shrink tube tape up nicely, and you're going to hook that to the red big constant 12 volt supply wire on the wiring harness. Now I hope you can see this. You can see a gray wire right on the end. That is the door lock motor wire. You're going to cut it, and you are going to hook up the relay to both sides, 30 and 87A. The side facing the body control module that you got cut, you're going to hook that up to 87A. The other side that's going away from the body control module, you're going to hook that up to 30. The red wire with the white line in it is constant 12 volts power. You need to hook that up to your relay on 87 and terminal 86 hooked together. That's going to be power for the relay. And the green wire that you can see right there coming through the module is a negative trigger wire for the relay. And then what I did here with the relay I put the relay in right there, and I just wire tied it up nice and neat right out of the way. Can't even tell that it's installed later. So here's that motor wire that you're going to cut, and when I hit the lock button, you can see my test light goes red. Only on lock. That's the problem wire. And that's up in there on the gray wire. You can see that gray wire right there, the one that I cut and shrink tube. Now the red and the white wire is constant power. So I'm probing the red wire, and on the test light you can see it goes red. It's constant power. That's the main power for the BCM. That's the wire you want to tie into. It's fused, so it'll be a protected circuit. We got some clips here. We got one in the back here, and you pop it and you slide this out. See, I got a green wire here going through to my relay, and you have push clip here, and then you have another clip underneath here which you push and it releases this, and you have a BCM with my green wire coming out of it. And you're going to go, well, what's that green wire all about? Well, that is my negative trigger for my relay, and I've actually had to run it through the box like that, soldered it on the circuit board, and it's the negative trigger for my relay, and it uses the same negative trigger inside this BCM that the key fob uses and the door lock switches have for the negative trigger to trigger that relay to send power to lock the door. So you basically pry these clips with a little pick open without breaking it, of course. Anyways, you got to pry all these dumb clips all the way around. You take the cover off. And if you look on the circuit board, you can see that I have soldered that green wire to a specific point. Okay, I'm just going to put this cover back on. I've actually had to cut a little notch in the cover here for the wire to go through. And that should work. Clip this back down, line up my little location there. And then this is a little bit stubborn, the clips. You have to kind of help them go back on. Clip them onto place, and then we'll mount it on the bracket. So I got the bracket here that it mounts to, plastic bracket, and there's 3 screws. It only goes one way, clips in. There's little locators for it. Tighten the screws back up. It's kind of the craziest situation you've ever seen, but it's even crazier putting it back in. So there you go. So now we have to tuck it back where it lives. And these 2 are in the back. So this unit has to go in under the dash. And it's a bugger to get at. Oh my goodness. So now I got my own relay in there. Lock, unlock, lock, unlock all day long.